Welcome back to JB Reviews. If you didn't watch my last video, I did take delivery of my 2024 Chevy Silverado 3500 High Country here at Jerry Seiner. Special shout out. They ordered this truck for me and it came in perfect. So if you are in the market, be sure to give these guys a look up. Let's get into the video.
So this is the spec of my High Country, colors, and the powertrain. And then this is just a short listing of some of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it if you want to see more. Now base price is $72,200 for a High Country. And this package is probably what you're going to get if you want like the sunroof, heads-up display, and it does include the gooseneck and fifth wheel prep package. Now these wheels were actually $524 when I ordered the truck, so the price did go up significantly, which I was a little bummed by. Had I known that these wheels were going to be this much, I would have skipped them. But power retractable assist steps went up by like $400 too. And then iridescent pearls $995 and dark essentials. Z71 off-road package gives you those Rancho shocks and a few other things. I did get the dual alternators and all-weather floor mats. And the upfitter switches are in a different spot, so I will show that to you in a video. And then you have this option too, which comes with the dual alternators. And who would buy a HT truck without clearance lights? But here's the total option price. It was about $7,000 when I originally ordered the truck. Destination is $1,895 with a total price of $84,395.
GM has the best pearl paint in the business. This is a gorgeous paint scheme, and quite honestly, I wish that they would allow you to do the blackout on these trucks, but that would have slowed down the production time, so I can always do it after the fact. But up front, you do have a fixed hood scoop. Obviously, if you get the gas engine, this is not functional, but it still looks kind of cool, right? And with the High Country, you do get a different style grille. 360 camera with the sprayer. I did get the black essentials, which will black out the emblems here, and love the whole new refresh style of the front. You have the animations on the headlights. The fog lights are actually slightly redesigned too, and they're actually in a different spot on the bumper. And overall, chrome tow hooks, and that center spot right there is going to be chrome as well. This one does have the active grille shutters. And then off to the side, you can see that I have the black wheels. Now this is not my favorite design. I was actually thinking they're gonna do a new style for 2024, but all in all, I still like the overall appearance. And I actually noticed the lug nuts are black too. I just noticed that just now. That's pretty cool. Rancho shocks because it does have the Z71 package. And for 2024, Allison transmission, and then they do give you the displacement on the side of the hood there. I'm probably gonna black this out too at some point, and probably the rest of the chrome. But overall, this is such a nice truck, guys. It looks pretty menacing with the black wheels too. Now, they did add this new trim piece down below. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Normally I would probably take it off, but I might just see about maybe blacking that out too. Power deployable running boards. It does have the LED strip that runs side to side. It looks really good at nighttime. Black fender flares. And there's a little bit of chrome around the windows too, but not too much, just on the bottom here. And then there's a camera right down below. Smart key system only on the front doors, not on the rear. And this is obviously going to look a little bit different because it's a gas truck, no DEF fill. One of the steps are on this side, and then there's one also on the back. Man, that pearl paint in the sun too is fire. Now obviously because this is a 3500, you're going to get 2 overload leaf springs and 5 leads in the main pack. And these are the Goodyear Trail Runners. They've been using these tires for a while now. And then here's the capacity. It's a load range E. And then 3,750 pounds at 80 PSI. And then here's the back. The taillights are slightly redone. And they're going to be full LED as well. They look really cool at nighttime. Rear step is right there, parking sensors, class 5 receiving hitch. And they did add a chrome tailpipe too, which I might actually take off and put a black one if I decide to black everything else out. There is a light for the conventional hitch and the camera. Now, I did not get the multi-flex tailgate, and here's why. If you want to get the multi-flex tailgate, you can't get this function. Whenever we go camping, my wife always puts the tailgate back up when I pull from under my fifth wheel, and she's the one having to put it up. So I can do this inside the truck now. She didn't have to lift a finger. I did get the fifth wheel prep package, as I always do. It is behind the axle slightly. Spray and bed liner, 4 and 7 pin with bed lights, and you have a 120 volt plug there. 2 cameras above, sliding glass, and they do stamp High Country on the front of the bed too. Oh yeah, this is such a nice truck. Now, one thing I have to take note of is when you get the gas engine, you do get a 373 rear end. Now, I don't think you get the 12-inch ring gear with this truck. I think it's still like an 11.5 inch. But yeah, it looks so stinking good, guys. All right, let's go ahead and pop the hood. So I've been doing a lot of research on this 6.6 liter, and I'm really, you know, how can I say this? I'm not excited about this because I normally only buy diesel HDs. Like, this is my first ever. I'm actually excited that it has the 10-speed. Like, that's probably the #1 reason why I purchased this truck. If it still had the 6-speed, you would have never seen this on my channel. But I really wanted to get some seat time with this engine with the 10-speed. As I mentioned, it has the 373, 401 horsepower, 464 pound-feet of torque. This is a great powertrain. I do know, I was talking to the manager, Keith, here at Jerry Seiner, and they don't have that many allocations for this configuration. So there's not going to be many out there. And I'm actually surprised by that because this is a good price point for a truck that's very capable. I'm going to show you guys the payload and obviously the towing capacity, but let's see. I did get the dual alternators. One's right down there, and one is actually right there. I've never seen the dual alternators, although I've never really looked for them because the other one's so far down in there. You almost have to like really go under. Now, one thing I'm going to mention is this. I love when they do the tow hooks horizontally. GM does them vertically. I like to step here so I can really get inside of the engine bay. So that's one thing I like about the Chevys better than the GMCs, is that I can step up here and really look in here if I want to change my oil. I don't need a step ladder, stuff like that. Alrighty, so I'm excited to show you guys where they put the auxiliary switches in this truck. But here's something more exciting. Blue interior, and look, they wrap this area in a perforated leather. Yes, it looks so good. Brown on blue for the win. You have nice real wood trim. This is why I wish it had a diesel, because I'm going to have a hard time getting rid of this truck. Like, this is a masterpiece build. Pearl paint with this blue, absolute fire. And you have the black wheels with the black essentials. I just need to black out the rest of the chrome, guys. That's the only thing I don't like. I don't like that it has all the chrome, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, even the speaker grill surround looks so good. Here's some of your controls for your windows and mirrors and seating and unlock and lock for door. Still no power steering column. Full drive and driving modes. Electronic parking brake and all the lighting. Heads up display, 15-inch, 12.3 inch for your gauge cluster, and that 13.4. I still have my heated and ventilated seats. My LTZ is base, so you have to upgrade to like a convenience package to get ventilated seats. Now, I did get the wrong floor mats. I wanted to get the floor mats with the carpet inserts. That's the only thing I wish I would have done. I just wasn't paying attention when I was selecting the options. But I love that they wrapped this in leather. Looks so nice. And up here, Soft touch. It's like a vinyl leatherette type material with stitching. And let's go ahead and start it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm actually stoked. Now, do you guys see where they put the auxiliaries? I actually love that location too. I like Ford still the best. Ford puts it in the right spots. When they put them up here, it looks like a 18-wheeler to me. Like, that's what I think about whenever I see the auxiliary switches up top. But this ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. So you do have the auxiliary switches there. And look at the storage you have, your cup holders. They did move the phone charger right there. 2 USBs, power plug. And now they're actually giving you these little storage cubbies. In the past, my GMC, I had to buy it after the fact. So there you go. Push button starts over here. I do like the way that GMC does theirs. They have like a bigger button and it's more line of sight. But you have your trailer brake in the right spot. Dual climate control, USBs. Yeah, I love my center console too, by the way. Like, check out the little trim accents with that big old wood trim piece. You can actually feel the grain in the wood too. Storage right there on the side. Hopefully you can see it. Let's go ahead and go through this real quickly. I'm gonna show you how I would set this up. So I do like progressive. Looks a little bit more sportier. Left side, I'm gonna put my transmission. Right side, I'm gonna put my tire pressure. Lower gauges, I do maximum. Info page. If you want to see everything, I have a lot of videos I've done on this, so you can just go back and watch those. So speed, drive summary, trip 1, trip 2, I like that stuff. I never use a timer, so I'm gonna uncheck that. Tire pressure I like to see there, although I can take that away because it's right there. Fuel economy, I definitely want that. Driver assistance, I don't really use that, but I'll keep it there. Oil life, I like. Brake pad life, I take away. Air filter life, I take away. Trailer brake gain, off-road, engine hours, and transmission fluid. I don't really need that because it's right there. And then you can take away that blank page. So here's how I have it all set up. Starting with the speed. So speed, drive summary, trip 1 and 2. You also have fuel economy, driver assistance, oil life, trailer brake, off-road, engine hours, blank page. And then you can edit from there too, which is convenient. Now, there is a small storage space right there. And that camera view above the cab, this is one of the cameras. I'll show you the next one in a second. But home link, you can control that sunroof and slide that rear glass. LED lights, OnStar, and check out your sunroof. I love that they give you a black roof versus like doing like a lighter color to make it more comfortable. These cool seats, by the way, are the truth. My goodness, they work great. Center console is really upscaled too. This is a one-of-one build. I don't think anyone else is gonna build a truck unless they copy my build. Like, this is like a one-of-one. And I'm super stoked to have this truck. But let's go ahead and jump over here so I can show you guys some of the passenger side. Wow, check that out, guys. She is pretty. So I guess some of this stuff is gonna be for my auxiliary switches here. They don't install that, which is surprising. And all weather floor mats. And then this is just a better look at the seats on this side. They don't finish this in Velcro, which I'm surprised by. On the GMCs, they do. Now out back, seat backs. You have the outboard heated seats with USBs, cup holders. They still use this storage in the seat backs. You can tilt the headrest down back here. LED lights. Indentation in the roof for more headspace. And a little bit of storage below the seat. I could have got the bigger bin, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to use it. But let's go ahead and go through the 13.4-inch display, and then I'll show you guys the payload. Really cool animations there. All right. Here are the keys too. So as far as this screen goes, I did show this in another video, but whenever I go to set this screen up, let me show you guys. I always put my Apple CarPlay here. Maps, I typically like to put it there. Cameras up top for sure. And what I like to do also is bring my settings to this side. I always kick out the Android Auto, and yeah, settings is right there. Trailering goes on the front page too, and then climate, we're gonna put that over here too. So there you go. Oh, I might have kicked out settings. So yeah, like I said, this is kind of how I like to have it set up, because this is most of the stuff I'm going to use anyways. Anything else I probably won't really use. So let me just put this in place of the Google Assistants, and there you go. And here's just the look of the navigation. You do have full screen, which is super nice. That way you can have a nice wide range of the map. A lot of prompts when you initially start this up, but once you have it all set up, it's pretty much done. You have that Google Assistant right here, and then you have that split screen, so you have audio, you have your trailer, and an analog clock there. But that's pretty much everything I want to show you guys. Home screen, that's how you get back here. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the payload. So this is the gross axe weight rating up front, 4,800 pounds. The rear is 7,250, and 11,550 is the gross field weight rating. And here is the gross combined weight rating. It's going to be 26,000 pounds. So if you get a diesel, it's 30,000. The curb weight, 7,750 pounds. So this is still slightly heavy, but look at the payload. 3,800 pounds of payload, 16,000 pound conventional towing, 1,600 pound for the tongue, and then 18,300 pounds for fifth wheel gooseneck, and then max tongue weight 2,745 pounds. But hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. As you guys know, this is my truck, so I'm going to be doing some driving impressions, and I will definitely be doing some towing videos too. I have 2 trailers, and I get to tow one conventionally, and I also have a fifth wheel, so we'll be able to really put this 6.6 liter to the test. See you guys soon.